Good morning. Welcome to this comprehensive overview of messaging with web services protocols. Part of SNS College of Technology. It is a web designing course, and I'm an Kumar from the Department of Computer Engineering. In today's interconnected digital world, web services rely on messaging to communicate across systems. Whether it is a mobile app querying a backend database, microservices calling another microservices, or an e-commerce platform integrating with the payment gateways. Understanding the messaging protocol is a fundamental to build robust and interoperable and secure web applications. Today we will explore the protocols and the models and the technologies that make this communication seamless. Okay. First thing, introduction to web service messaging. Let's define. So what we mean by web service messaging. So at it is once messaging the exchange of structured data between distributed systems over networks. So unlike traditional synchronous calls and messaging enables and asynchronous communications, and it is send message and continue and don't wait for an immediate response. So why is messaging important? So consider real world scenario. So an e-commerce platform receives an order. So instead of directly updating inventory or sweeping and billing system synchronously, so it sends message to each systems, and each process independently retrieves on failures and guarantee eventual consistency. So web services messaging provides decoupling and scalability and resiliency and audit trail. Decoupling means systems don't need to direct connections; so they communicate via messages. And scalability means it handled millions of messages asynchronously. And resiliency means if a system is temporarily down, so message queue until it is recovers. And audit trail, like every message is logged and critical for compliance. Okay, so messaging models in web services. Um, Messaging models defines how systems exchange information. So there are two primary patterns. So one is a request response. It means a sender, and a publish script. It is a receiver. It is a asynchronous, and request sender is a synchronous, and a public receiver is an asynchronous. I mean receiver. So the sender client sends a request, so wait for a response. So common in SOAP or REST APIs. Example, a weather app calls a server, waits for temperature data. The same size, the publisher, I mean receiver subscribe. Publishers emit events, multiple subscribers receive them independently. So example, an order service publishes order placed event, and inventory shipping and billing services subscription processes. Next one, message modeling in web services. It is in a structured communications with defined messages from XML and JSON. So senders and receivers understand each others. So it comes under the reliability. It is guarantee message are not lost, and it is duplicate or corrupted. And come under the performance, optimizing throughput and latencies. With cross-platform integrations like enable Java services to talk to .NET and PHP and Python and systems and seamlessly. So next, the role of messaging protocols. These protocols are rules governing how messages are formatted, transmitted, and secured and acknowledged. So think of protocols as contract. So both parties agree to follow rules ensuring compatibility and trust. So they are it is in a structured communications and reliability in performance and cross-platform integrations with the .NET and PHPs. Okay. So using these protocol, so second one is going to show simple object protocol. So now let's examine the two dominant messaging paradigms. One is SOAP and then RESTful messaging. So in this SOAP, simple object access protocol, SOAP is a strict and XML based protocol for structured messaging. So SOAP message has envelope like a wraps their entire message, and header like a optional metadata authentication or routing, and a body like a actual payload and a method calls responses, and a fault, it is an error information if something fails to transmit the data times. So we have to find out the SOAP advantages. It is a strongly typed and supports complex data types, and a formal service contract, and excellent for enterprise systems requiring strict standards, and verbose of lots of XML overhead slow for pausing. Coming to the RESTful message, The RESTful message means representational state transfer message. It is a lightweight process and also it is used to HTTP centric method. So it is treat resources as norms and HTTP methods as verbs like get, post. Get means retrieve data and post means create data. Put means update data. Delete means remove data. So these responses are they mostly used for RESTful functions. So why reliable messaging? In this WSM reliable messaging, it is ensure guaranteed message delivery in SOAP. If a message is fails, then the system is automatically retrieved until it's successful. So it is a critical for banking transaction. So you cannot lose a fund transfer messages. For example, for a PHP and MySQL code, they are giving the more and more sections. So in a security messaging, it is a lots controlled as well as in Windows security and W security SOAP. So they are using a different REST and HTTP process and the productions and authentication protocols like encryption and digital signatures and authentication tokens and with the transport layer security and API keys. So based on these security in messaging is an non-negotiable. So especially for financial and healthcare and sensitive data and multiple layers product messages. So these are the four things of multiple layers production and security messaging. So these are the overall mind map for this session. So finally, messaging with the service is the backbone of modern and distributed applications. Whether you are a choose SOAP or a REST, protocols defines how system reliably communicate across networks. So these all are the things the web services messaging protocols. Thank you.